In the world of basketball, some names transcend the game. They're not just players. They're pioneers, game changers, cultural icons. And when you talk about charisma, leadership, and unselfish greatness, one name rises above the rest. Earvin Magic Johnson. A 6'9" point guard who broke every rule about what a floor general should be. A rookie who led the Lakers to a title, playing center in the NBA Finals. A man whose smile lit up arenas, but whose game devastated defenses. This is not just the story of an NBA legend. This is the story of how Magic Johnson rewrote the rules of basketball, and then rewrote the rules of life. Before the NBA, before the lights and cameras, there was just Earvin. Born in Lansing, Michigan in 1959, Earvin Johnson Jr. grew up in a working-class household. His father was a janitor and garbage collector. His mother worked at a school cafeteria. Life wasn't glamorous, but it was full of love, discipline, and hoops. Even as a kid, Earvin stood out on the court. By the time he reached high school, his passes were already no-look. His vision, freakish. He was flashy, but fundamentally sound. Confident, but never selfish. At just 15 years old, he dropped a triple-double. 36 points, 18 rebounds, 16 assists, in a high school game. A local sports writer watched the show, turned to his editor, and said, "That's magic." And the nickname stuck. Magic Johnson became a Michigan sensation. But he wasn't just a street baller. He was a student of the game, and he wanted to win. When it came time for college, he shocked many by turning down blue blood programs and committing to Michigan State. That decision would set up one of the greatest showdowns in college basketball history. The 1979 NCAA championship game. Magic Johnson's Michigan State Spartans versus Larry Bird's undefeated Indiana State. It was a clash of styles, a clash of personalities. Magic, the dazzling, smiling showman from the Midwest. Bird, the stoic, sharpshooting assassin from French Lick, Indiana. Over 35 million people tuned in. The highest-rated college basketball game in history. Magic outdueled Bird. Michigan State won the title, and a rivalry was born. That game didn't just make history, it changed history. The NBA, struggling with ratings and reputation in the late 70s, suddenly had a new narrative, and the next chapter was about to begin. The 1979 NBA Draft. The Los Angeles Lakers held the #1 pick. They selected Magic Johnson. Immediately, questions swirled. Could a 6'9" point guard work in the NBA? Could Magic fit alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? Could his flashy style survive the physical, grinding pro game? He didn't just survive, he thrived. In his rookie season, Magic averaged 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.3 assists. But it was the 1980 NBA Finals that turned him into a legend. With Kareem injured and out for Game 6, Magic, a rookie, remember, stepped in to play center. He dropped 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists. The Lakers won the title. Magic won Finals MVP. He was just 20 years old, and that was only the beginning. In the 80s, the Lakers weren't just good. They were a movement. Under head coach Pat Riley, the team ran a fast-paced, electrifying offense built around Magic's passing and vision. They called it Showtime. It wasn't just basketball. It was theater. Magic would grab a rebound, sprint up court, eyes scanning like a quarterback. Then, boom, a behind-the-back pass to James Worthy for a dunk, or a no-look feed to Byron Scott, or an alley-oop to Kareem. He made the difficult look effortless. He made the NBA fun. And behind the smile was a ruthless competitor. Magic wanted to win. Every possession, every game, every title. During the 1980s, the Lakers made the NBA Finals 8 times. They won 5 championships. Magic was the engine, the conductor, the leader, and he did it with joy. You can't tell Magic's story without mentioning Larry Bird. They were opposites in every way. Magic, black, urban, flashy. Bird, white, rural, gritty. But together, they saved the NBA. Their rivalry in the 80s, Lakers versus Phoenix, Celtics, defined an era. They faced off in 3 NBA Finals. Bird won in 1984. Magic got revenge in 1985 and 1987. Each duel was a masterclass in basketball IQ, toughness, and willpower. And while the rivalry was fierce, the respect was real. Off the court, they became close friends. 2 legends who understood each other in a way no one else could. Their relationship elevated both men and elevated the game itself. November 7th, 1991. Magic Johnson called a press conference. With the world watching, he made an announcement that stunned everyone. I have tested positive for HIV, and I will have to retire from the Lakers. Shock, confusion, fear. Back then, HIV was a death sentence in the public eye. People didn't understand it. Some thought you could get it from touching, from sweat. Magic wasn't just retiring, he was breaking a taboo. But Magic didn't hide. He didn't disappear. He used the moment to educate. He became the face of HIV awareness. He shattered stigma. He inspired millions. And he showed the world that being HIV positive didn't mean the end of your life. In fact, for Magic, it was the start of a new chapter. Magic couldn't stay away from the game for long. In 1992, he was selected to the U.S. Olympic Dream Team, alongside Jordan, Bird, Barkley, and more. They were unstoppable, dominant. But Magic was more than a player. He was a leader, a unifier. Even with HIV, he played with passion, flair, and strength. In 1996, he briefly returned to the NBA, a 36-year-old, heavier version of his former self. But still Magic, still making no-look passes, still smiling, still winning. Though his second comeback was short, it was proof that Magic's love for the game never died. Magic didn't just reinvent himself as a basketball player. He became a business icon. He opened movie theaters in underserved communities, started real estate ventures, owned Starbucks franchises, bought into sports teams. Today, he's part owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Washington Commanders. He turned his fame into fortune and then into impact. Magic Johnson, the businessman, became a role model in a whole new way, especially for Black entrepreneurs looking to follow in his footsteps. And through it all, he kept his infectious optimism. Magic Johnson isn't just remembered for rings or MVPs, though he has plenty. 5 NBA championships, 3 MVP awards, 3 Finals MVPs, 12-time All-Star, NBA Hall of Famer. But more than numbers, it's the feeling Magic gave fans. He made the game beautiful. He made teammates better. He made fans believe. He turned passing, the most unselfish act in basketball, into an art form. And he did it all with a smile that lit up the world. Magic showed us that joy and greatness aren't opposites. In fact, they go hand in hand. So, who is Magic Johnson? A basketball prodigy, a fearless leader, a global ambassador, a survivor, a mogul, a mentor. He's a symbol of resilience, reinvention, and the power of magic, not just on the court, but in life. From Lansing to Los Angeles, from the hardwood to the boardroom, Magic Johnson showed us all that greatness isn't just about what you do, it's about how you do it. With passion, with vision, with joy. That is magic. When we talk about the greatest players in NBA history, we often lean on statistics, MVP awards, championship rings, and highlight reel plays. But Magic Johnson's legacy can't be measured by numbers alone. His greatness lies in how he changed the game, on and off the court. From his humble beginnings in Lansing, Michigan, to becoming the face of the Showtime Lakers and later an influential businessman, Magic's journey is as dazzling as one of his no-look passes. This is the full story of Earvin Magic Johnson, the man, the myth, the movement. Born on August 14, 1959, in Lansing, Michigan, Earvin Johnson Jr. grew up in a tight-knit working-class family. His father, Earvin Sr., was a janitor and garbage collector who never missed a day of work, while his mother, Christine, worked as a school custodian. From an early age, Magic learned the values of discipline, responsibility, and community. Lansing wasn't the kind of town that bred NBA stars. But young Earvin was no ordinary kid. By the time he was in junior high, his reputation as a basketball prodigy was already taking shape. He would wake up at 5 a.m. to practice before school, mimicking his idols, Oscar Robertson, Earl Monroe, and Bill Russell. It was at Everett High School that Earvin's legend truly began. In one game as a 15-year-old sophomore, he notched a triple-double, 36 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists. A local sports writer watched in awe and coined a nickname that would stick for life: Magic. Despite heavy interest from elite basketball programs, Magic chose to stay close to home and attend Michigan State University. In East Lansing, Magic's game blossomed under coach Judd Heathcote. He led the Spartans to the 1979 NCAA championship game, where fate delivered a matchup that would shape basketball for the next decade. Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. The two had polar opposite styles. Magic, with his flamboyant passes and infectious smile, versus Bird, the gritty, no-nonsense shooter from Indiana State. Their championship clash drew over 35 million viewers, the highest-rated college basketball game of all time. Magic Spartans won convincingly, but more importantly, the Magic versus Bird rivalry was born, one that would resurrect the struggling NBA and take it to new heights. Magic entered the 1979 NBA draft and was selected number 1 overall by the Los Angeles Lakers. At 6'9", he was the tallest point guard the league had ever seen. Many questioned whether his style could translate to the pro level. He answered those questions emphatically. As a rookie, Magic averaged 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.3 assists. But it was the 1980 NBA Finals that cemented his superstar status. With Kareem Abdul-Jabbar injured for Game 6 against the Philadelphia 76ers, Magic started at center. He delivered one of the most iconic performances in NBA history. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. The Lakers won the championship, and Magic, just 20 years old, became the youngest Finals MVP in league history. The 1980s weren't just a golden age for the NBA, they were Magic's era. Under head coach Pat Riley, the Lakers ran the Showtime offense, a fast break, high energy, highlight-heavy brand of basketball that dazzled fans and terrified opponents. And Magic was the engine. He was a wizard with the ball. He could thread passes through defenders without even looking. He saw the court like a quarterback, only faster, more fluid, more fun. Magic wasn't just making plays, he was making moments. With stars like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and Michael Cooper by his side, Magic led the Lakers to 8 NBA Finals appearances in the 1980s, winning 5 championships: 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, 1988. During this stretch, he was named NBA MVP 3 times: 1987, 1989, 1990, and Finals MVP twice more: 1982, 1987. He redefined what a point guard could be, not just a facilitator, but a leader, scorer, and entertainer. The NBA's rise in the 1980s wasn't just about Magic. It was about Magic and Bird. Their rivalry was electric. Bird's Celtics were disciplined, physical, and relentless. Magic's Lakers were creative, free-flowing, and flamboyant. When they met in the NBA Finals, 1984, 1985, and 1987, the world watched. Bird won the first clash in '84, but Magic got revenge in '85 and '87. In their final head-to-head finals battle, Magic hit the game-winning junior skyhook in Game 4, a moment that lives in NBA lore. Beyond the court, Magic and Bird respected each other deeply. Their competitiveness was fierce, but so was their mutual admiration. Over time, they became friends and even business partners, showing that rivalry doesn't have to mean animosity. On November 7, 1991, Magic Johnson held a press conference that would shake the world. He announced that he had tested positive for HIV and would be retiring from the NBA, effective immediately. Back then, HIV was misunderstood and feared. Many believed it was a death sentence. The stigma was severe, and the sports world had never seen anything like it. Magic could have disappeared, but instead, he did something far braver. He became a public face for the HIV/AIDS awareness movement. He spoke openly about his diagnosis. He launched the Magic Johnson Foundation to educate communities about the disease. And he showed the world that life with HIV was not just survivable, it was livable. His announcement changed public perception. He humanized HIV. He broke down fear and built up hope. In 1992, just months after retiring, Magic was selected to join the U.S. Olympic Dream Team. Alongside Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and other legends, Magic helped Team USA dominate the Barcelona Olympics, winning the gold medal and inspiring a global basketball explosion. But Magic wasn't done yet. In the 1992-93 NBA season, he attempted a brief comeback. Fear and misinformation about HIV led to controversy, and he ultimately stepped away again. But in 1996, at age 36, Magic made one final return to the Lakers. Though he played just 32 games, averaging 14.6 points and 6.9 assists, his presence alone was a victory for medicine, for awareness, for the sport. As remarkable as Magic's basketball career was, his post-NBA life might be even more impressive. He didn't fade away. He evolved. Magic became a business mogul, focusing on underserved urban communities. He opened Magic Johnson theaters, brought Starbucks to inner-city neighborhoods, and invested in real estate, food services, and tech ventures. In 2012, he joined the ownership group that purchased the Los Angeles Dodgers. In 2023, he became part owner of the Washington Commanders in the NFL. His estimated net worth has soared past $600 million. But more importantly, he's become a role model for Black entrepreneurs and a powerful advocate for economic empowerment. Through his business, philanthropy, and influence, Magic has used his platform to create real change. When you look back at Magic Johnson's career, the numbers speak volumes. 5 times NBA champion, 3 times NBA MVP, 3 times Finals MVP, 12 times NBA All-Star, 10 times All-NBA selection, Hall of Fame inductee, 2002. Member of the NBA 75th anniversary team. But beyond the accolades, Magic's legacy is about influence. He changed how basketball was played, with pace, creativity, and joy. He changed how athletes could lead, on the court, in business, and in public health. He changed how we talk about disease, showing that HIV wasn't the end, but a beginning. And he did it all with a smile that never wavered. Even in the darkest moments, Magic Johnson's story is one of contrasts. A giant point guard who played like a ballet dancer. A fierce competitor who led with joy and laughter. A sports icon who became a business empire. A man handed a death sentence who's still standing tall decades later. He didn't just revolutionize the point guard position. He revolutionized the perception of what an athlete could be. Charismatic, intelligent, selfless, and purpose-driven. From the streets of Lansing to the rafters of Crypto.com Arena. From NBA hardwood to boardrooms across America. Magic Johnson didn't just play the game. He changed it. Forever. Earvin Magic Johnson's NBA career is more than a story of points and assists. It is a tale of transformation, of a towering point guard who reshaped the way basketball was played and viewed worldwide. With his extraordinary court vision, leadership, and charisma, Magic didn't just win championships, he captivated fans and changed the culture of the NBA forever. This comprehensive exploration walks through every pivotal moment of Magic's NBA career, revealing how he became one of basketball's most iconic figures. In June 1979, the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA draft lottery and held the coveted first overall pick. Their choice was obvious. Earvin Johnson, the 6'9" point guard from Michigan State University. Fresh off a national championship and a legendary duel with Larry Bird. Magic's size and skill challenged traditional notions of the point guard position, making him a uniquely versatile threat. While many wondered if he could transition to the professional game, the Lakers saw his unmatched playmaking ability and potential to redefine basketball. When Magic was introduced as the Lakers' new superstar, the NBA was at a crossroads. The league struggled with declining TV ratings, lack of marquee personalities, and an image problem. Magic's arrival symbolized hope, a new dawn. Magic Johnson's rookie season was nothing short of spectacular. He quickly established himself as the Lakers' floor general, averaging 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.3 assists per game. His size allowed him to see over defenses and deliver passes that other guards simply couldn't. Magic's personality shone just as brightly. His infectious smile and charismatic style made him an instant fan favorite. But it was his extraordinary basketball IQ and unselfish play that commanded respect. The Lakers finished the regular season 60-22 and advanced to the NBA Finals against the Philadelphia 76ers. The series became a stage for Magic's first historic performance. With Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sidelined due to injury for Game 6, Magic did the unthinkable. He started at center, a position he'd never played professionally. In front of a raucous crowd, Magic scored 42 points, grabbed 15 rebounds, dished out 7 assists, and led the Lakers to a decisive victory. His versatility and poise earned him the Finals MVP award, the youngest in NBA history at just 20 years old. Magic's rookie season was the perfect prelude to what would be an extraordinary career. With Pat Riley taking over as head coach in 1981, the Lakers embraced a new philosophy: fast-paced, exciting basketball that dazzled fans, known as Showtime. At the heart of Showtime was Magic Johnson. Magic's ability to push the ball in transition and orchestrate the offense redefined the point guard role. His court vision was nearly supernatural, threading passes through defenders with ease, often without looking. This up-tempo style fit perfectly with the Lakers' talented roster, including Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and Michael Cooper. Throughout the 1980s, the Lakers were one of the dominant forces in the NBA, reaching the finals 8 times and winning 5 titles: 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, and 1988. Magic was the driving force behind these runs. 1982 NBA Finals. The Lakers defeated the 76ers again. Magic's brilliance in the series earned him his second Finals MVP award. He averaged 16.2 points, 10.8 assists, and 8.0 rebounds, showcasing his all-around dominance. 1985 NBA Finals. Facing the Boston Celtics, the Lakers claimed their first title over their fierce rivals since the 1960s. Magic's leadership and clutch performances were critical, helping the Lakers overcome the Celtics' physical defense. 1987 NBA Finals. Perhaps the most iconic series in NBA history, Magic led the Lakers past the Celtics in 7 games. His performance in Game 4, a game-winning skyhook over Kevin McHale, is remembered as one of the greatest moments in the sport. During this decade, Magic earned 3 NBA MVP awards in 1987, 1989, and 1989. 1990 was selected to 12 All-Star games and consistently led the league in assists. His style of play helped popularize the NBA worldwide, turning the Lakers into a global brand. Magic Johnson's career cannot be fully understood without the context of his rivalry with Larry Bird. Their rivalry began in college and flourished in the NBA, especially with their teams, the Lakers and Celtics, clashing in 3 NBA Finals during the 1980s. 1984 NBA Finals. Bird's Celtics won the first encounter, a hard-fought 7-game series that established the rivalry's intensity. 1985 NBA Finals. Magic and the Lakers got revenge, capturing the title and ending the Celtics' dominance. 1987 NBA Finals. In a classic showdown, Magic's Lakers once again triumphed in 7 games. This rivalry electrified the league and brought the NBA back to mainstream prominence. Off the court, Magic and Bird shared mutual respect and friendship. highlighting sportsmanship at its best. Magic remained one of the league's best players into the early 1990s. He won his third and final NBA MVP award in 1990, demonstrating his continued dominance. However, injuries and the physical toll of the game began to affect him. The Lakers were unable to reclaim the championship, and the NBA landscape began to shift with the rise of new stars like Michael Jordan. On November 7, 1991, Magic Johnson stunned the sports world by announcing that he had tested positive for HIV and would retire immediately. At the time, HIV/AIDS was heavily stigmatized, and many feared it was a death sentence. Magic's announcement was courageous and groundbreaking, as he became the first major professional athlete to go public with the diagnosis. His retirement shocked the Lakers, the NBA, and millions of fans worldwide. Magic's honesty helped change perceptions about HIV/AIDS and open the door for education and awareness. Despite retiring, Magic Johnson returned to the spotlight in 1992 as a member of the USA Olympic Dream Team. Alongside legends like Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, and Charles Barkley, Magic helped lead Team USA to the gold medal in Barcelona. The Dream Team's dominance brought international attention to basketball and further cemented Magic's legacy as one of the all-time greats. 1992-93 season, Magic attempted a brief return with the Lakers, but faced backlash and concerns due to his HIV status. He played 32 games before retiring again. 1996 season, at age 36, Magic made another comeback, playing 32 games for the Lakers. Though he was no longer at his peak, his leadership and presence were invaluable. Magic Johnson's career statistics tell a story of extraordinary versatility. Points per game, 19.5. Assists per game, 11.2. NBA's all-time leader in career assists per game. Rebounds per game, 7.2. Steals per game, 1.9. Field goal percentage, 52.0%. He ranks among the NBA's all-time leaders in assists, triple-doubles, and is one of only a handful of players to average a triple-double over an entire season, 1981-82. Magic redefined the point guard position. His size, court vision, and passing ability made him a matchup nightmare. He was the first truly dominant, big point guard, blending skills usually reserved for smaller guards with size advantages. His unselfishness and ability to control the pace made him the ideal floor general. Magic's no-look passes, alley-oops, and flair embodied the Showtime Lakers style and brought a new level of excitement to professional basketball. 5 times NBA champion, 3 times NBA MVP, 3 times NBA Finals MVP, 12 times NBA All-Star. Inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, 2002. Named one of the 50 greatest players in NBA history, 1996. Included in the NBA's 75th anniversary team, 2021. His jersey number 32 was retired by the Lakers, and his influence extends far beyond basketball. Magic Johnson's leadership transcended the court. His infectious optimism, charisma, and dedication made him a role model. After his retirement, Magic became an influential businessman and HIV/AIDS advocate. His foundation and efforts helped destigmatize the disease and brought vital awareness to communities worldwide. He also became a successful entrepreneur, owning businesses and sports franchises, including stakes in the Los Angeles Dodgers and Washington Commanders. Magic Johnson's NBA career is a testament to talent, resilience, and impact. From his electrifying rookie season to the Showtime Lakers dynasty, from battling fear and stigma to inspiring millions off the court, Magic's story is one of greatness in every sense. He didn't just play the game, he transformed it. And his legacy? It will shine forever. When we talk about the greatest players in NBA history, we usually turn to stats, MVP trophies, championship banners, points per game, and unforgettable highlights. But when it comes to Magic Johnson, the numbers only tell part of the story. His legacy can't be confined to a box score. Magic changed basketball, not just with how he played, but with who he was. His journey is a masterclass in impact, on the court, in the culture, and far beyond. From a modest upbringing in Lansing, Michigan, to becoming the heart and soul of the Showtime Lakers, and later, one of the most influential businessmen in America, Magic's story shines as brightly as one of his no-look passes. This is the story of Earvin Magic Johnson, the man, the myth, the movement. Earvin Johnson Jr. was born on August 14, 1959, in Lansing, Michigan, into a hard-working, blue-collar family. His father, Earvin Sr., was a janitor and garbage truck driver, while his mother, Christine, worked long hours as a school custodian. What they lacked in wealth, they made up for in values, discipline, humility, and a fierce sense of community. Lansing wasn't a basketball factory, but young Earvin wasn't your average kid. By junior high, whispers were already spreading. This boy had something. He'd wake before sunrise to hit the court, studying the moves of legends like Oscar Robertson and Earl the Pearl Monroe. At Everett High School, that something became Magic. At just 15 years old, he dropped a triple-double, 36 points, 18 rebounds, and 16 assists. A stunned local sports writer saw the performance and gave him a nickname that would follow him for life: Magic. Despite interest from elite programs nationwide, Magic stayed close to home and enrolled at Michigan State University. Under coach Judd Heathcote, his game and his leadership matured fast. The climax of his college career came in the 1979 NCAA championship, a game that didn't just crown a champion, it changed basketball forever. It was Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird, the flashy, smiling showman from Michigan, against the blue-collar sniper from Indiana State. Their clash drew 35 million viewers, the most-watched college basketball game in history. Magic's Spartans won, but more importantly, a rivalry that would define the next decade of the NBA was born. Magic entered the 1979 NBA draft and was selected number 1 overall by the Los Angeles Lakers. At 6'9", he was the tallest point guard the league had ever seen, and many weren't sure if his flamboyant style would work in the NBA. They didn't have to wonder long. As a rookie, Magic averaged 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.3 assists. But it was the 1980 NBA Finals that changed everything. With Kareem Abdul-Jabbar sidelined by injury in Game 6, Magic, just 20 years old, started at center. The result? A masterpiece. 42 points, 15 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals. The Lakers won the title. Magic won Finals MVP, and the NBA had its new face. The 1980s became the Magic Johnson era. Under head coach Pat Riley, the Lakers unleashed Showtime, a high-octane, fast-break offense powered by elegance, vision, and flair. At the heart of it all was Magic, the conductor of the greatest show in basketball. His passes were poetry, his leadership undeniable, his joy contagious. With a stacked lineup featuring Kareem, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and Michael Cooper, Magic led the Lakers to 8 finals appearances in the decade, winning 5 titles: 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, and 1988. He won 3 league MVPs, 1987, 1989, 1990, and 2 more finals MVPs, 1982 and 1987, redefining what it meant to be a point guard. Tall, versatile, dominant. But Magic's rise was inextricably linked to Larry Bird. Their rivalry fueled the NBA's revival. Bird's Celtics were bruising and clinical. Magic's Lakers, dazzling and spontaneous. When the two clashed in the finals, in 1984, 1985, and 1987, the world paused. In 1984, Bird triumphed. But in 85 and 87, Magic got revenge, including that skyhook in Game 4 of the 87 Finals, a junior skyhook that broke Boston's heart and sealed his legacy. Though fierce competitors, Magic and Bird respected each other deeply. They later teamed up for commercials, documentaries, and even Broadway. Their rivalry proved that competition could breed respect and eventually friendship. But in 1991, everything changed. On November 7th, Magic shocked the world by announcing he had tested positive for HIV and would retire immediately. Back then, HIV was a mystery to many and a death sentence to some. The stigma was crushing. The fear? Overwhelming. But Magic didn't hide. He faced the world with honesty and grace. He founded the Magic Johnson Foundation, began speaking publicly about the disease, and used his platform to promote education and awareness. He showed people that HIV wasn't the end. It was a new beginning. In 1992, he was chosen to join the U.S. Olympic Dream Team, a supernova lineup featuring Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and more. The team steamrolled its way to a gold medal in Barcelona, and Magic's infectious smile lit up the world stage once again. He briefly returned to the Lakers in 1992-93, but public fears surrounding HIV pushed him back into retirement. Then, in 1996, he staged one final comeback. At age 36, Magic played 32 games, averaging 14.6 points and 6.9 assists. His final NBA chapter wasn't about numbers. It was about courage. And then came Act 2. While many athletes struggle to find a purpose after the game, Magic soared. He became a business titan, investing in urban communities and giving underserved neighborhoods the kind of respect and opportunity they'd long been denied. He opened Magic Johnson theaters, partnered with Starbucks to open stores in inner cities, and launched ventures in tech, real estate, and food services. In 2012, he became part of the ownership group that bought the Los Angeles Dodgers. In 2023, he became a co-owner of the NFL's Washington Commanders. Today, his net worth exceeds $600 million, but his true value lies in the doors he's opened for others. Let's talk numbers. 5 times NBA champion, 3 times NBA MVP, 3 times Finals MVP, 12 times All-Star, 10 times All-NBA team, Olympic gold medalist, Hall of Fame inductee, 2002, member of the NBA 75th anniversary team. But none of these numbers fully capture what Magic Johnson means. He changed the style of basketball with tempo, flair, and fun. He changed the role of the athlete with vision, empathy, and business savvy. He changed the conversation around HIV with courage, clarity, and humanity. And he did it all with a smile that lit up arenas, boardrooms, and communities. Magic Johnson's story is one of rare contrasts. A 6'9" point guard with the finesse of a ballerina. A relentless competitor who led with laughter. A basketball icon who built a business empire. A man diagnosed with HIV who's still alive, thriving, and leading decades later. He didn't just change the way point guards played, he changed the very idea of what an athlete could be. From Lansing's modest courts to the rafters of Crypto.com Arena, from highlight reels to hospitals, boardrooms to Broadway, Earvin Magic Johnson didn't just play the game, he transformed it. Forever. In June 1979, the Los Angeles Lakers won the NBA draft lottery and held the coveted first overall pick. Their selection was as dazzling as it was obvious. Earvin Johnson, the gifted point guard from Michigan State University, who had just led his team to an NCAA championship in an epic showdown against Larry Bird and Indiana State. Magic's size and skill set immediately challenged the traditional mold of a point guard. Most floor generals were shorter, quicker players. Magic, at 6'9", broke that template. Despite the skepticism about whether his college success would translate to the pros, the Lakers believed in his potential to transform the game. At the time, the NBA was grappling with declining television ratings, low attendance, and a tarnished image. Magic Johnson's arrival heralded a fresh start, a new era marked by excitement, personality, and flair. Magic Johnson's debut season was nothing short of sensational. He averaged 18 points, 7.7 rebounds, and 7.3 assists per game. But more than stats, it was how he played. With joy, imagination, and flair that captivated fans. He orchestrated the Lakers' offense like a maestro, pushing the tempo and delivering no-look passes, alley-oops, and bounce feeds that seemed guided by telepathy. Opposing teams were caught flat-footed as Magic unlocked a style of basketball that was fast, entertaining, and wildly effective. The Lakers went 60-22 in the regular season and stormed into the NBA Finals to face the Philadelphia 76ers. When Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the team's superstar center, was ruled out of Game 6 with an ankle injury, Magic did the unthinkable. He started at center and played every position during the game. In that legendary performance, he posted 42 points, 15 rebounds, and 7 assists, leading the Lakers to the title and earning Finals MVP honors. At just 20 years old, Magic became the youngest Finals MVP in NBA history. With Pat Riley taking over as head coach in 1981, the Lakers adopted a new brand of basketball, Showtime. Fast-paced, electric, and high-scoring, it perfectly suited Magic Johnson's skill set. Magic was the engine of Showtime. His ability to ignite the fast break, distribute the ball, and lead the offense made him the ultimate floor general. Surrounded by talent like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, James Worthy, Byron Scott, and Michael Cooper, Magic helped the Lakers become the NBA's marquee franchise. Throughout the 1980s, the Lakers reached the finals 8 times and won 5 championships: 1980, 1982, 1985, 1987, and 1988. 1982 Finals. Facing the 76ers again, Magic was a force, averaging 16.2 points, 10.8 assists, and 8.0 rebounds per game. His all-around dominance earned him his second Finals MVP. 1985 Finals. The Lakers defeated their longtime rivals, the Boston Celtics, in a historic rematch. This victory marked the first time the Lakers had beaten Boston in the finals, a monumental moment in franchise history. 1987 Finals. Arguably Magic's finest year. He won League MVP, Finals MVP, and led the Lakers past the Celtics once more. His Game 4 skyhook over Kevin McHale and Robert Parrish sealed a win in Boston Garden. An immortal play etched into NBA lore. Magic's passing wizardry, court awareness, and leadership redefined the point guard role. He wasn't just a player, he was a show. Perhaps no rivalry in sports history is as impactful as Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. It started in the 1979 NCAA Championship and carried into the NBA. 1984 Finals. Bird's Celtics prevailed in a grueling 7-game series. Magic was criticized for mistakes in crunch time, adding fuel to the rivalry. 1985 Finals. Magic and the Lakers responded with a decisive win. This was vindication for Magic and marked a turning point in the rivalry. 1987 Finals. Magic outdueled Bird in a thrilling series. Their mutual respect grew deeper, and their competitive fire lifted the league. Together, Magic and Bird resurrected the NBA. Their duels were epic, their personalities contrasting. Bird the stoic shooter, Magic the dazzling magician. They brought fans back to the game and laid the groundwork for its global expansion. Magic Johnson won 3 league MVP awards, 1987, 1989, and 1990. Each season showcased different aspects of his evolving brilliance. 1987. Magic led the league in assists and guided the Lakers to 65 wins. 1989. He averaged a career-high 22.5 points and continued to dominate. 1990. At age 30, he proved he was still elite, running the offense with unmatched precision. Magic was a 12-time All-Star, a 10-time All-NBA selection, and the league leader in assists 4 times. His impact went beyond stats. He raised the IQ and joy of the game. On November 7, 1991, Magic Johnson held a press conference that rocked the sports world. He announced he had tested positive for HIV and would retire immediately. At the time, HIV/AIDS was misunderstood and feared. Many assumed it was a death sentence. Magic's bravery in coming forward challenged that stigma. He pledged to become an advocate for HIV awareness and education, using his platform to inform and inspire. His announcement was a cultural turning point and a beacon of hope. Despite retiring, Magic returned to the court for the 1992 Barcelona Olympics. As a member of the Dream Team, alongside Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and others, he helped the U.S. dominate the competition and win gold. The Dream Team captivated the world and elevated basketball's global popularity. Magic's joy and leadership were once again on full display. Magic attempted 2 brief comebacks. 1992-93 season. He returned during training camp, but faced opposition and health concerns. He stepped away before the season started. 1995-96 season. At age 36, Magic played 32 games. While not in peak form, his presence was invaluable. In those final games, Magic reminded fans of his brilliance. Flashes of no-look passes and transition play that brought Showtime back to life, even if only briefly. Magic's influence goes far beyond basketball. After retiring, he became a successful entrepreneur and philanthropist. He built Magic Johnson Enterprises, investing in theaters, restaurants, and real estate, particularly in underserved communities. His work brought jobs and revitalization to neighborhoods across America. As an HIV/AIDS activist, Magic helped change how the world viewed the disease. His foundation funds education, testing, and support programs. He also returned to sports ownership, holding stakes in the Los Angeles Dodgers, Los Angeles Sparks, LAFC, MLS, and the Washington Commanders, NFL. Magic Johnson became a symbol of resilience, optimism, and leadership, proof that greatness transcends the hardwood. He won 3 league MVPs, 1987, 1989, 1990, and 2 more finals MVPs, 1982, 1987, redefining what it meant to be a point guard: tall, versatile, dominant. But Magic's rise was inextricably linked to Larry Bird. Their rivalry fueled the NBA's revival. Bird's Celtics were bruising and clinical. Magic's Lakers, dazzling and spontaneous. When the two clashed in the finals in 1984, 1985, and 1987, the world paused. In 1984, Bird triumphed, but in 85 and 87, Magic got revenge, including that skyhook in Game 4 of the '87 Finals, a junior skyhook that broke Boston's heart and sealed his legacy. Though fierce competitors, Magic and Bird respected each other deeply. They later teamed up for commercials, documentaries, and even Broadway. Their rivalry proved that competition could breed respect and eventually friendship. But in 1991, everything changed. On November 7th, Magic shocked the world by announcing he had tested positive for HIV and would retire immediately. Back then, HIV was a mystery to many and a death sentence to some. The stigma was crushing, the fear overwhelming. But Magic didn't hide. He faced the world with honesty and grace. He founded the Magic Johnson Foundation, began speaking publicly about the disease, and used his platform to promote education and awareness. He showed people that HIV wasn't the end. It was a new beginning. In 1992, he was chosen to join the U.S. Olympic Dream Team, a supernova lineup featuring Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Charles Barkley, and more. The team steamrolled its way to a gold medal in Barcelona, and Magic's infectious smile lit up the world stage once again. He briefly returned to the Lakers in 1992-93, but public fear surrounding HIV pushed him back into retirement. Then, in 1996, he staged one final comeback. At age 36, Magic played 32 games, averaging 14.6 points and 6.9 assists. His final NBA chapter wasn't about numbers. It was about courage. And then came Act 2. While many athletes struggle to find a purpose after the game, Magic soared. He became a business titan, investing in urban communities and giving underserved neighborhoods the kind of respect and opportunity they'd long been denied. He opened Magic Johnson Theaters, partnered with Starbucks to open stores in inner cities, and launched ventures in tech, real estate, and food services. In 2012, he became part of the ownership group that bought the Los Angeles Dodgers. In 2023, he became a co-owner of the NFL's Washington Commanders. Today, his net worth exceeds $600 million, but his true value lies in the doors he's opened for others.